Assalamu alaikum dear students. Good morning. I hope all of you are fine. And I think there are some artists in my students. They are having interest in artwork and they like artwork. So our today topic is a living art show. Lesson 11, a living art show. Here is a picture, a lady and a person who looks like Chinese and another person, some buildings. A living art show is adapted from Art Heritage of Nepal, an article written by CJC and published in Look East magazine. In this lesson we will come to know about the Valley of Kathmandu and its culture and art work. The Valley of Kathmandu is one of the most concentrated repositories of art and design that exist in the world. It is one of the greatest living art show imaginable. So, it is one of the greatest living art show that can be imagined, and it is very much famous for the artwork. Nepal has long been famous for quality work. In the past, beautiful bronze were made not only for the home market but for export or sale to pilgrim tourists. So Nepal is very much famous for the quality work, and in the past they made beautiful statues, beautiful sculptures of metal and bronze, and they were also not only bought by different visitors, but they used to export to different countries. Today, exquisite bronze images of the god and goddesses of the Hindu or Buddhist pantheons are still fashioned and sold. And still, the extremely beautiful and elegant work of bronze of like god and goddesses of Buddha and Hindus, and they also still made and sell to the different visitors. In the past, early Chinese traveler marveled Nepalese architecture with its richly decorated temple, palaces and houses. The Nepalese woodcarver has always excelled in ornately carved window and roof sports fashioned in the elegant forms of the deities. It is known that the Nepalese architecture Arniko took the pagoda style of architecture to neighboring Tibet and from thence to China in the 19th century. So, in the old age, a Chinese traveler always amazed after seeing the beautiful temples and beautiful roofs of the house and wooden work, wooden windows, wooden roofs, and god and goddesses statues and models. So it is known that the Nepalese architecture Arniko took the pagoda style. Pagoda style, we can say that it is a unique style of construction, and this unique style take the Nepalese architect people to the neighboring countries Tibet, and there from there this style reached to the China. The bronze casters, scroll painters and silversmiths of the Kathmandu valleys were responsible for taking their art to Tibet, and until a couple of decades ago, many Nepali artists were working in Tibet supplying artwork for the local market. So, the artist of the jewelry and the bronze are responsible and are the people who took this art to the valley of Tibet, and before 2 decades the skilled person of Nepal were working locally, and their artwork was being sold in local scale. Large areas. The art of Nepal, with the exception of stone carving, are still very much alive, and in the cities of valley, master craftsmen, artisans, and artists are still fashioning masterpieces, following tradition and using technique that, in many cases, stretch back well over 1,000 years. So the art of Nepal, except then stone carving, still very much famous all around the world, and the artists of that very valley are still making their masterpieces and using the techniques they are following from the 1,000 years ago. Larger areas of the city of Khatan are given over the production of artworks, and for the adventurous visitor with an interest in arts and craft, there is always an excellent opportunity to see artists and craftsmen at work in their houses. So, city Patan, so different parts are, we can say that that are made that are reserved only for the production of art, and they launch a campaign for the visitors who are having interest in arts and artwork, and they always have a chance to see the artist while working in their houses. The advent of tourism in the late 50s as a stimulus Nepalese arts and craft, as it brought with it not only a demand of small souvenirs but also for high quality items produced by labor intensive method that could not be copied by machine anywhere in the world. So when the tourism became in the Nepal in the last decade of 50s, the art of Nepali artists bring so many memories, so many memorable things with it. Because of their artwork, it was so much demanded. A fine scroll painting, wood carving, brass images made in Nepal is something unique and exclusive, and buyers can feel that they have purchased one of a kind, or at least one of a limited edition. So if you see in depth, the designs could not be copied by machine, so that was human effort, and there were some art pieces that are very rare and very unique, and when the buyer buy them, they thought that they have bought literally a very unique kind of thing, and that is available on the limited just a second that are available only for a limited edition. To preserve the national heritage of Nepal, every country has its own national heritage as well as Nepal has. His Majesty government has banned the export of antique of all kinds. So, to preserve the national heritage, to preserve it in their own country, they banned the export of all that antique stuff. But for those with taste and interest, there are many beautiful objects and treasure to buy in bazaars of Kathmandu, Patan, and Bhaktapur. Many new bronze and scroll painting have been antiqued, and in such cases, it's better to get a museum clearance from the Department of Archaeology near the main gate of the Singha Darbar in Kathmandu. the government of Nepal has banned the export of antiques, but still the people who are having interest and having good taste can buy so many masterpieces from the markets of Kathmandu, Patan and Bakhpur, and the different kind of masterpieces, we can say different kind of art pieces can be copied and they present them as original, and it's better to verify and it's better to check them from the Singha Darbar near the Sadar main gate of Singha Darbar in Kathmandu. So this was all about the artwork of Kathmandu. Over the past 20 years, the hand-woven carpets that are made by hand industry had grown and flourished in Nepal. The art of carpet weaving was brought from Tibet, but now Nepalis as well as Tibetans designs are available in the market and are extremely popular with tourists and local people. So the art of making carpets is very much famous. First, this art came from Tibet, but now Nepali people can make on the same you can say same design and same interwoven beautifully, and these carpets are available in markets and also very much famous in the tourist and in the local people. The mighty peaks of the Himalayan range are what call many visitors in Nepal in the first place, but nevertheless the beauty of the kingdom's art and architecture which still remain in the minds of the many for long after a visit of the valley of Kathmandu. So every person who will visit this valley, their first priority is the mighty peaks of Himalaya. But whenever they will visit this place, the charm and the beauty inspire them. Not only inspire them, it remains in their mind after the visit of Kathmandu forever. So I hope that you people have come to know so much about the Nepal, Kathmandu and their artwork and how they are now going to preserve their heritage by not exporting that. Thank you so much.